All right, a very good evening to you, beautiful ladies, warriors, Amazons. How are we all doing today? I mean, tonight. Happy International Women's Day.
Same to you.
Oh, yeah. Hello.
Same to you.
Yeah, and Afia, thank you so much. I'm glad you're able to join us. Coach Yvette, thank you. I can see she's around Clara, and we'll just go ahead as we wait for others. So quickly, we just want to be able to create this awareness. You know, this International Women's Day theme is gender equality for a sustainable tomorrow. You know, and the IWD in short would say it's breaking the bias. You know, breaking the bias. And what's that bias? Because a lot of things have been happening to women. So we'll just have a few minutes so that we'll be able to educate us women. We have our guest speakers. We'll be able to educate each other on what we really need to know on how we can, you know, match up to this gender equality and break the bias, because women are suffering. You can't believe 60% of women alone in Nigeria are poor. Can you imagine that? And so in about 84 million, more than 84 million, according to the last statistics, you have like around 50 something million women, which have not even come up to the average. Something is wrong, and that is what we want to set right by this workshop or program that we're doing now. So I guess we'll get to invite our first guest speaker, who is Afia. Afia, it's so nice to have you right here on this program. And quickly, hello?
Yes, I'm here. Good afternoon, everyone.
Yes. Afia is an occupational health specialist. We have a Coach Yvette, who is a nutrition and fitness coach. We'll be hearing from her, and also from Angeline Antonia Gonzalez, who is a learning and developing coordinator, Qatar Airways and Ferrovial Services Spain. But first, we'll be inviting Afia. She has something to tell us. And so, Afia, it's up to you.
Okay, thank you. I'm honored to be part of this amazing forum. So thank you, Yvette, for inviting me. And I just hope that, you know, we all learn from each other and able to better ourselves. I'm Afia Osunwoke, originally from Trinidad. Just a bit of a background. I live in Qatar for the past, this year will make it 15 years. I'm an occupational health specialist, industrial hygienist, working for an oil and gas company here in the Middle East. But what I'm going to talk to you on today, it's more on my own personal journey, more on the self-care. Because as us women, it's so fitting that today is International Women's Day. It is so fitting that, you know, as women, we have so much roles. We are wives, we are mothers, we are, you know, professions in our own, you know, following our career paths. And it's so important to enable, for us to carry out these roles effectively, we have to take care of ourselves. I always say you cannot, I hope you guys can hear me clearly.
Yeah,
yes, I can hear you.
Yes. I always say you cannot pour from an empty glass. Okay. You have, just as much as we are serving others, we have to be able to serve ourselves and take care of ourselves. So in so doing, I have this self-care wheel. I'm going to see if I can share my screen with you. I think you'll have to make me host in order to share or co-host. I want to share my screen with you if you guys allow me to share the screen. Can someone help me to share? I think I'll have to be like co-host or something like that temporarily in order to share the screen. So what I wanted to talk about is more on how do we take care of ourselves? How do we nourish ourselves? How do we fuel ourselves in order that we are able to partake or be able to share more of ourselves? So one thing that I've learned is as part of the self-care wheel, we look at it from all aspects. So from a personal aspect, if you want to start from a personal aspect, it's really important to understand like who we are, try to figure out our plans, our goals, our short-term goals, our long-term goals. What do we want in life? You know what I mean? It's like, where do you want to spend your time? What do you want to do more of? What do you want to do less of? Really trying to understand you, and what may work for me may not work for Yvette, or may not work for you, my dear. So, and vice versa. So we need to understand ourselves as an individual. Yes, we have all the roles, but understand you as an individual, okay?
Yeah.
And following that, that's from the personal aspect of it. Now we're going into the spiritual aspect of it. Okay, where are you spiritually? You know, have you did self-reflection? Where is your prayer life? How do you go about, you know, handling different situations? Do you have a spiritual mentor? Do you have a group that can pray with you, that can talk to you, that can counsel you in a godly way? You know, how do you, I call it calibrate myself. For me, that's like I do my church service. I have a prayer group that I log into. We do Bible studies every week, and that is like scheduled. You know, how do you fit yourself in that spiritual realm? Because understanding that also helps you being also a better person, because then you tend to handle situations differently, manage situations differently, etc. Emotionally, where are you? Do you do self-love? Do you do self-affirmations? The thing with it, sometimes you always look for someone else to do it for us. Like, for example, we expect our husbands to tell us something. We expect our husbands to do certain things, or we expect the emotional part you're always expecting from others. Why not do that for yourselves? Why not portray that energy you want?
Yeah.
You know, are you loving yourself? Have to. Are you doing self-affirmations? Do you look in the mirror and say, oh, you know what, I look good today, I am fine today, or you know, just you are amazing. You know, just look at yourself, give yourself that self-affirmation. I'm sure every one of you look in the mirror every day.
Sure.
If you look in the mirror every day, you can just keep a sticky note, self-affirmation. What is your self-affirmation for today? I am a blessed child, I am a child of God. You know, just boost yourself up. Sometimes in life, we have to be our own hype man. You know, we always look for a hype buddy to boost us up, but why not do it for ourselves? You know, we have to also give ourselves that sort of love and affection and companionship. I always say the best friend you can have is a friend of yourselves, because you know yourselves, you know your needs, you know your wants, you know what you want more of. So try to work a lot on the spiritual aspect as well. You know, and do things, you know, find a hobby, go on a date, you know, do things that would trigger that emotional sense in you. And of course, we also have psychological.
How about women who don't have dates? They're not married, they're still single.
It's okay. Find a girlfriend. You know, that's what I do as well. You know what, I have one girlfriend of mine, and she always hold me accountable. Like, okay, what are the things you wanted to do to better yourself? And I would tell her some of the things, and then she would check in with me. She'd be like, hey, you know, what about this thing? Did you get that done? And I'm like, oh, thanks for telling me. I really need to get that done. And she'd be like, okay, let's book in some time. We'll just have a coffee day or a coffee night or a brunch or something. It doesn't even have to be something expensive. It's just like go sitting on the waterfront. Just somebody you can do with. It doesn't have to be like a husband. It's just somebody that you can talk to and that you can relate with, and that can keep that positive vibes. I say, I always try to keep a circle of positivity, not someone you bring an idea up and they will like everything you do, they would like smash you down. It can be very morally discouraging, but try to keep that circle within you that would influence you to be a better you, and also you to them as well, so they can also be a better person. Even if it's to catch a movie, something that you would laugh, you would, you know, just to share a joke, to laugh till you cry, you know, just to sort of trigger that emotional sense. I mean, you would know what works for you, but try to sort of factor that in. And of course, you have the psychological part of it. You know, it's like, ask for help. We are not superheroes, my dear. We don't wear an S on our chest. but somehow everyone expects us to do everything. So most times we're the first one up, the last one to go to bed. We have so much checklists of things to do, but we feel like asking for help would seem like, oh no, I'm not doing my role. Or I used to see my mom doing this, and she did it and she didn't ask for help. Or I saw this one with 10 kids. How does she do it? My dear, ask for help. This life is not going to kill us with our roles and everything else we are doing. It's okay to ask. It's okay to ask for help. And of course, like I said, pick things up that you like, that whole self-awareness, do reflection. This is where I am today. This is where I want to be. How do I get there? Talk with people, get into different groups, ask for help, find, like I said, a hobby. One thing I like doing, I used to like Latin dancing. So even if I have like a down day, I would just put on the music, dance. That's one thing I like doing. I also like painting. I picked it up. I used to do it in junior high school. And I just do portraits, and I just like doing painting. So some people might be reading a book. Some people might just be engaging in different groups. Whatever it is, just work on that psychological part of it. And of course, we have the physical aspect, because like I said, we exist in the spiritual realm, also the physical realm. And in order for the spiritual realm to live, it have to live in the physical body. So the physical aspect of it is your whole being. Are you, do you go for walks, keeping fit, keeping to time, having enough sleep? This is important, having enough sleep. Taking a break, exercising your boundaries. Where do you are with your boundaries? For example, switch your phone off. If this is your time to sleep, or you have set time to do certain things, whether it's meditate, whether it's yoga, switch your phone off. This is your time. Set some time aside for yourself. This is like your me time. For some people, it might be doing a pedicure, manicure, facial, whatever it is, get medical care, do that thing that you wanted to do medically, whether it's to do a physical examination. Sometimes in life, like for us women, we always have this pain, and it's like you keep saying, oh, I'll take this, I'll take that, I'll do this, I will go to the doctor next week, next month, next year, and you never get to that point. So it's really important to take time out for that medical care. So that covers the physical aspect and also your fitness.
Okay. We'll get back to you. We'll get back to you. Just have to allow other people to talk before our time is up. So Angeline Antonia Gonzalez, if I pronounced it correctly, pardon me.
Yes, you did.
Speaking of here, and I want to welcome you, Angeline. Thank you so much for making it to this program today.
The pleasure is mine. The honor is mine.
Okay, so just in your own term, what would you say that it is the problem? Because when we talk about gender equality, right, it looks as if, not looks as if, it means that something is not balanced. What do you think is this fight about this gender equality? Where do you think that women are not matching up?
Okay. Well, yeah. First of all, I'd like to say that gender equality is not even a reality right now. Yes, there's no such thing as gender reality at the moment. We have not achieved it. We have not achieved it at the moment. For me, gender is. I'd like us to view gender as just one spectrum. I'd like us to view gender as just one wavelength, and as not two opposing wind that clashes. Because yes, that's what I believe. I mean, for me, gender equality is not showing women's strength over men, or rather comparing what men can do and what women can do at that point. For me, it is letting men accept, or letting men recognize that women matter, that they can do things, and that they ought to be respected. Because once men would recognize that we matter, that we ought to be respected, and that we can do things on our own, then that's where equality comes, right? Because if nobody controls, if a man does not control a woman, then the woman would not feel compelled to be controlled.
Yeah.
Rather, if she is respected, if she is recognized, then that's where equality comes in, right? So
From your own perspective,
actually,
yeah,
that's my own perspective of that.
Being well recognized, like the men.
It starts with the recognition. It starts with the fact that men or that women are considered like a part of the society, as they matter, that they are capable of doing things. That's why I agree with what our friend here said earlier, that you should work on your capabilities. You should see your worth, right? You should work on, because you have to start from somewhere, and it's what you're capable of doing. That's it. You have to work on that, because once you work on your capabilities, then you gain the confidence to deal with anybody, the confidence to deal with any situation. I actually was thinking that I didn't have the notion that this would be quite an interactive one, where we would be exchanging our views on that. I thought that we would be rather sharing something like because I did like a kind of checklist on what I was supposed to
go ahead,
with you guys.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, anyway, first I'd like
as an introductory question. Okay.
Oh, that was it. I'm sorry. Yeah. Well, anyway, that's my point of view. If it's my time to speak, then I want to share something to the group, anyways. So yeah.
Go ahead.
Do I continue? Okay.
Yeah, continue.
Okay. Yeah, first of all, I'd like to thank Yvette for inviting me over in this conference. Well, just to give you a brief history on how I met her, a guy introduced me to her because I was like having challenges with my weight, with my body, and it was Yvette who helped return my confidence in myself. So thank you to her. Yes, yeah. So as I've said, yeah, but actually I gained weight again, so I have to work on it again. Okay, so when I was given the theme like gender equality for a sustainable tomorrow, I was thinking, no, I don't want to talk about women's involvement for in economics for a sustainable tomorrow. I'm gonna bore everyone with that. Rather, I want to speak to everyone in a more personal, in a more straightforward, and in a more intimate way. Okay, it actually starts from working on your own capabilities. It may start from something simple, like being the best cook at home, like if you're a working mom, like working on your role that you become good in what you're doing, right? Because as I've said, the key here is building up your self-confidence, just like what the previous speaker said, right? Because once you gain your confidence step by step, big challenges or small challenges, you're able to deal with it head on, right? You learn, you cope, and you keep up with the changing times. And that's where you become sustainable for tomorrow, for the future, right? Based on my research, I saw that it's like 49.32% of the total population of Nigeria are females, right? Which reminds me of what the former US President Michelle Obama said, that no country can ever truly flourish if it stifles the potential of its women and deprives itself of the contribution of half of its citizens. Obviously, female population in Nigeria is almost half of the total population. So just imagine if we would deprive this other half of the population from unleashing their potentials, from contributing, it will hamper the progress of the country, because that's half of the brains, right? So ladies, really, we have to brace up and unleash our potentials. as I've said, I don't believe in gender equality. Sorry. I said, if we believe in gender equality, rather, we should start working on ourselves. If we believe in gender equality, don't feel bad when you get on a bus and then a guy does not give up a seat for you and he said, look at this guy. He's not a gentleman at all. Why is he not giving up the seat for me? Come on, right? It all starts from that small thing. It all starts from that small thing.
We're used to it. We enjoy that privilege. At that point, I don't think most women actually be that equal with the guys then.
Yeah, but come on, the guy came first. That's why he got the seat, right? But if he gives up the seat for you, flash in your sweetest smile and say thank you. Thanks for giving up the seat for me. Now, let me share an intimate part of me to this group when it comes to my women challenges.
You can do that in just 3 minutes. Okay?
Yeah, sure. This will be very quick. Yeah, sure. This will be very quick. So, I actually raised my 3 kids as a single mom because my husband for 14 years finally decided after 14 years of marriage, he decided to become an astronaut because he said, Jill, I need space. So you get what I mean. An astronaut working in space, and Jill, I need space. So I was like, okay, what am I going to do, right? I had to make myself stronger. I had to come out of my comfort zone because I have 3 kids to raise. So I was working back in my country in the Philippines. What I did, I packed my bags, hugged my kids, entrusted them to my mom and my brother, and left for Qatar. And that's where the real challenge began. Why? Because when I started to find a job, it was difficult. I got rejections and I got a lesser pay, the offer of a pay for the job because I was a she, I was not a he. When I went to the supermarket, I got dirty looks from men. When I went to clubs and to bars, what happened? I got indecent proposals, but it did not stop me.
Yeah.
I rolled up my sleeves, showed the world what I was made up, and found the job that I still have right now. Right now, when I go to shopping malls, when I travel, I carry my own bags, I carry my own luggage because I know I can. And when I go to bars and when I go to clubs, I buy my own drinks. That's why I have the confidence to go and have fun. And that's when I started gaining friends, both men and women. And I realized that they listen to you more. Men listen to you more. Men value your opinion. And they give you the opportunity to explore. Why? Because they see that you can. So work on your capabilities, work on your potentials. Start from something small. That's all I have to share because we have to show that we matter. We can do things.
Okay, thank you so much. I'm just jotting down. I have a lot of things I jotted when my sister Afia said, give us our own points. And soon I'll be saying that. But from what she said now, I so love the fact that she said men can give you value and give you opportunity to explore when they see you can, because they see that.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. So just in case if this goes off, we'll be coming back. Just in case, we'll be coming back to the meeting with the same ID. So where is Coach Yvette? There's something she's going to tell us on health and nutrition. Women need it. Just like you, I have my 10-month-old baby now. I've gained so much weight. Yeah, Afia, was this or rather, is this your usual weight? Is this your slim mama weight, or have you gained some?
I mean, I've fluctuated at some point, but I've never really, I have gained after the birth of my 2 kids, but then I drop it off pretty quickly because I also work out quite a lot, like our dear sister Yvette here. So I do quite a lot of workouts as well.
Okay. All right. So I'm glad that Coach Yvette will get to tell us something on nutrition, or I think we'll just have a few minutes left. Should we log back on Coach Yvette, where are you? Say hello. Or is it net? Is it net?
Hear me?
We can't see your
And
video. We can't see you.
I can see you all. Funny enough, I can't see anybody.
Wow. You should, yeah. Yes, we can
Yeah,
see you.
we can see you now.
So you have said it all to Sophia and Mr. Gel and Sylvia King. I'm glad to be here with all your beautiful faces. Then I'd like to say one or two things on nutrition. Now is one time women speak up to do something for themselves when it comes to nutrition, feeding, and fitness. Okay, you know that one thing while growing up as boys and girls, then we don't really have any need for nutrition. If anything we want, the ones who hit puberty, the ladies, the women hit puberty, our nutrition is entirely different from that of boys.
Hello. It's kind of fluctuating. We can't get you clearly. Or am I the
Can you
only?
hear me now?
Yes, it's better.
Yeah.
Yes, it's better. It's better.
Okay, what I'm trying to say is this. Growing up, girls and boys, they don't really have need for nutrition. Anything you give them, they'll eat. They have balance at that stage. But once the girls hit puberty, there's need to change their nutrition.
Wow.
And then towards the time they get married, they start having children, they're breastfeeding, and when they enter menopause. So we really need nutrition. We really need to work on our diet, the kind of food we eat. Like pregnant women, you have specific food you need to be eating to be healthy. And the nursing mothers need to change their meals. They need to have enough iron, calcium, as well as zinc. Just all women in general. So we really need to work on our nutrition. But one thing about health, if you don't understand the term, you will find it difficult to cook. Like now, you need to know all about cholesterol. You need to know about saturated fat and the healthy fat. You know, most times when people that want to go into nutrition and dieting, they will be like, "Oh, my dietitian told me not to eat carbs.
Yeah.
It's not good if I want to lose weight," but it's totally wrong.
Sorry, I'd love to. You know, there's just something you said that really got to me. Why do we need to take so much care, you know, when, you know, between a girl and a boy coming up to their teen age? Why is it that we get to start changing the nutrition, especially for the female? Because does it yeah.
Of blood during menstruation, childbirth, and even menopause, mood swings, the hot flashes. So we really need good nutrition at that point. Like we need to increase our iron intake to replace our hemoglobin, more blood, and we need calcium to avoid osteoporosis, because if we don't get all this, at older age, we start having bone problems and bone issues. And once we don't eat the meals that will give us this nutrients, the body will automatically take it from our bones. So that's what I mean by women from puberty, once we start maturing and we get to the point to start seeing our period, we start giving birth, we lose a lot of blood. So we need proper nutrition. The globe, the whole world, we need to focus on women nutrition. And you know, women, we are mostly distracted with families that we don't take proper care of ourselves. And it's high time we look at the mirror and we tell ourselves that we can, please, ladies, in summary, because we just have a few minutes left, in summary, today I want you all to tell yourself that you can do it. Work on your nutrition. Eat more of the green, more of fruits and veggies, and to get like iron, you need to eat leafy green vegetables. You need to eat more of red meat, and to get zinc and vitamin C, you have to take oranges to get more vitamin C. But please try not to take oranges and empty stomach, because we know the effect. That's why I think. Thank you for this opportunity. Our host Sylvia.
All right. Okay, so you know, I don't know if we just have a few minutes and we have to round this up. However, the conversation can still continue on our WhatsApp. Am I right, Coach Yvette?
Yeah, you're right. But let's allow other ladies to say something. If they
Yeah,
if they have it.
Just before we round up, let's start with Afia. Afia, please, just in few seconds, what's your advice to to women on this International Women's Day? Just in few seconds.
Yeah. Thank you. In summary, I would say it's important to take care of yourself. It's really important to take care of yourself, from all aspects. Because we pour so much out, we have to remember to fill our glass back up. So we need to actually put in, because we expected to put out more, even much more. So take care of ourselves. Another thing I would say, as part of taking care of ourselves, it's important to set boundaries. Take time off for you and set your boundaries towards it. Set your own personal goals and stick to it. If you make a promise to yourself, just as you expect someone else to keep the promises that they made to you, how much more accountability you have to yourself. So make the promises to yourself, make a plan and stick to it. That's what I will say.
All right. Thank you so much. And let's hear from you, Angeline. Yeah, what's like in a few seconds, your advice?
Yeah, sure. Just like what I've said, you just have to work on your capabilities. Know your worth, because once you know your worth, you will gain the confidence to deal with anything.
That's
and
right.
That's when people would recognize that you matter, because they see that you can do things. It may be a small thing or a huge one, but if they see that you can, then they will listen to you and they will give you the opportunity to explore more.
All right. And Coach Yvette, what's that thing from you for us women?
I've advised us already on to eat right and to work out to be healthy. That's it.
Okay, and so I guess we'll be wrapping it up here. However, we're still right here on WhatsApp and we'll still give you all the bonuses right there in WhatsApp. And I want to thank all of us, starting from Sister Afia, who is occupational health specialist, Angeline Antoniette Gonzalez, who was a learning and developing coordinator, Qatar Airways and Ferrovial Services Spain, and also Coach Yvette, who is a nutrition and fitness coach. I want to thank you all for coming, and for our sisters who joined us. There will be a replay. We are recording this, and so we can always get to watch it, replay. Thank you so much. We're breaking the bias. We're not waiting for anybody. We're taking our destiny by fire, by force. And it's me, Tuvia King, saying thank you so much. Come on, break that bias, be a woman, help your fellow women, and let's get stronger. Okay, so thank you so much. And we just have 1 more minute left. Can we just say bye? Somebody do a screenshot. All right.
I don't know how to do it.
On WhatsApp. Our bonuses on WhatsApp. Thank you so much and God bless. All right. Thank you.
How do we do this?